It's beer time, and today we have an Aldi special, a Magma Hazy IPA, 5.4% ABV, and it's brewed by Williams Brothers, who I think are in Scotland, aren't they?
Glasgow.
We did another one of their...
Heather?
No, I mean the Aldi special ones. We did the Rockahula.
Yeah. I can't remember the exact price of this one, but it was definitely under £2. I think it was around 169, 172, something like that. So good value, as always.
Not that hazy, is it?
You might have the sediment, maybe. Is there any sediment?
I don't know.
It's quite hazy.
But you can still see through it, can't you?
Yeah. I love an Aldi special, mate.
That's a big head, that one, look. Nearly 3.
Not on mine.
But it's very light, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really light in colour.
Really light in colour. Brilliant white head. Slightly hazy. It's not that hazy, is it?
But it is hazy. It doesn't say massively hazy, it just says hazy.
But you can see your finger through it. Anyway, let's have a whiffer.
A whiffer?
A whiff. Let's have a whiffer. Definitely tropical.
Oh,
Not as vibrant as I thought it would be.
No, and you look at the colour and you know it's an IPA, like new IPA. But I think it's quite pleasant because it's not overpowering.
Definitely citrusy and tropical.
Yeah, pineapple,
yeah.
citrus,
Lemon.
orange. Yeah, everything you'd expect. I think it's a nice smell.
Yeah, and at 5.4%, I'm hoping it will be, have a bit of oomph to it. Let's find out, shall we? Cheers. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
That's not bad. A little bit thin in the mouth.
A little bit. When it kind of tingles my lips, it's almost like having a really carbonated soft drink at first, and then it's, I don't want to say bland, but it is almost bland. You kind of get the hit, it's like, oh, it's gone. Now, it suggested somewhere that it had a bitter twang, but I don't get that.
No, there's not much bitterness, is there? Do you want to? More?
I'm not worried if you don't like it.
Well, no, it's not offensive.
No, I think it's nice, but it's just very standard. So for the price, I think it's good value. There is a good, you know it's an IPA. It's not that weak, but...
What does it say on the can? Does it say anything?
But it's pretty standard.
This hazy IPA has been fermented hot with the Kvik yeast. Kvik, which creates big funky flavours. Well, I wouldn't say the flavours were big and funky.
No.
And those flavours of kiwi, lemon and orange citrus.
Kiwi?
Yeah, kiwi. I don't think I've ever had kiwi, so I don't know.
Well, I have, but I wouldn't have pinpointed that.
While a blend of pungent US hops delivers a bitter and fruity tang.
It has got a fruity tang.
Yeah, and there is a slight bitterness, but it really isn't.
Well, it's
pungent.
No, because it's fine for me. I think it's a nice beer. For the price, I think it's decent. Would I buy it again? Yeah, I would. Would have it again.
Would you?
I wouldn't deliberately go and seek it out, but if somebody gave it, I wouldn't say, oh no, I don't. I'd be like, yeah, that's fine. But I think it's just a bit meh.
I just think it's quite thin in the mouth, don't you? It's almost a little bit watery.
I don't find it watery, but there's not a lot of depth to it.
But there are the flavours there, that tropical citrus, which it's saying, kiwi, lemon and orange.
It's just nothing exciting, but it's still, I think, a decent beer for the money. But I think when you have a lot of IPAs, some of them are incredible. Maybe our expectation is high now.
Maybe, baby. But for the price, you know, it is cheap, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, and Williams Brothers do produce good beers. We've had quite a few of those, haven't we? The Heather beer, Fruoc, I think it was called. And I forget the others, but they're a good brewery. But I guess they can't go mad with this, can they? Because obviously
not for the price point. I mean, it's a decent ABV, 5.4.
More than I expected from an Aldi special.
Yeah.
So we better score it then, haven't we?
Yeah.
Score it. I'm gonna give it 3 out of 5.
Okay. I think, bearing in mind the price, and unlike Rob, I don't think it's watery, but I do think it lacks a bit of depth. But overall, I think it's not a bad beer. It's not all singing, all dancing. So
no,
I'm going to give it 3.7.
3.7 out of 5, and 3 out of 5. So that it's not a bad beer for the price. It's worth a trying, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And especially, I think if you're a typical lager drinker and you've not drunk a lot of IPAs, this is not a bad one to start with. No.
Also, the one before, because they've got 3 in this range that Williams Brothers brews, and it's this one, Magma Hazy IPA. Rockahula Tropical IPA, which is 5.1%. And Strata Hazy Pale Ale, which is 3.4%. So we've tried the Rockahula. I can't remember what we scored that. I think it was a similar kind of thing, wasn't it?
I think so, I can't remember.
But we haven't done the Strata yet. But this one is Magma Hazy IPA. And it's 5.4% an Aldi special. It's okay. Anyway, coming up, we have a beer from Beavertown.
Beavertown.
And it's Lupuloid. Lupuloid, yeah. And it's an IPA at 6.7%. So that's what's coming next. But until then, cheers everyone.
Cheers.
Enjoy your beer.